Good morning. How's everybody this morning? I'm notifying that you guys I'm live. Let's see if it works. Hi. Hi. Hi, Danielle. We are red badges and members of your fan club looking out for red badges and shouting out fan club. Oh, I love that. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Justina. We're talking about you. I'm Chef Liz, and we're talking about bone health and oh my God, calcium. Oof. How's everybody today? Hi, Lauren. I'm a little bit wonky as usual, getting my day started. I got too much sleep today. I think that's my problem. Way too much sleep today. I was just on and I realized once again I forgot to shut off the sub only thing. So I had to get off and get back. You just got up, you're exhausted too? I don't know, that time change whacks me out, I think. Hey, Harry, how are you? We're talking about bone health and calcium today. And this is our kitchen pharmacy class for, we run this series every Wednesday morning. Usually I'm in the kitchen cooking, but I'm a little tired. So I figured let's start out here. And if we want to cook stuff today, we can do that. And we'll see how it goes. So we're going to wait till a few more people get on, and then we will start yapping it up. I totally messed my algorithm up because I jumped off and on. Good morning, Kaylee. How are you today? Hi, June. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So let's see, where are we starting? I gotta let my mushroom coffee kick in a little bit. I'm so wacky today. I sometimes, when you don't have a lot of sleep and then you sleep a ton and then you're like, I'm more tired, or I don't. Thank you, June, for my November. Thanks for my heart and my Go Popular. You know how you like do that? It's like, what just happened? So, I think for bone health and calcium and stuff, calcium, we can talk about food for sure. But I think for bone health, it's more of like, what's your lifestyle like, How do you avoid your bones breaking down? How do you avoid that? And I think it's more of like, what have you been up to, Are you getting enough calcium? Are you outside getting enough sun? Do you do any weight-bearing exercise, physical activity? Are you smoking? Do you drink alcohol? Chronic inflammation does not help. If you have leaky gut or autoimmune, it's my baby girl. On a live, Sugar Plum. What's the matter? I love that. That sounds... You going where? That sounds fun. All right, I love you. I got to go back on my live. Everybody's staring at me. What? I'll call you. Let's talk at 12. 8, 9, 10. Let's talk at 11:30. Oh, I got hung up on. I keep blowing my kid off for different things. I'm working. I'm at work. It's Thanksgiving time. And I know. I feel like when I'm like 90 or 85 or 90 and desperate to talk to my daughter that she's going to good morning, Mystical. I missed that, so I didn't say it to her. Good morning, Maxwell. Chris! Hey, if you guys like coloring books, Maxwell Pawsworth Publishing, he does the cutest little, he does all these cute little coloring books all around puppies. Where are they, Chris? Where can they get them? They're the sweetest books. I get them for Girl Scouts. I send them to my daughter and she puts them out on the table and all her friends color in them. They're so sweet. He's not telling us, but I think he has them on Amazon, some are on TikTok. Where they're on TikTok shop. Can I put them on my little shop thing? I'm gonna look for them today. Give me how do they find them? How do they find them? They're super sweet. All right. While he's telling us how we find them, give me the name, like when they want to look for the coloring books. They make a great gift. Oh, Maxwell Pawsworth. If you search for them, you guys search for them. They're so cute. They make adorable gifts. They're so nice. They're really cool. All right. Lack of calcium, insufficient, excess dietary sodium. Be careful of the sodium load when you're eating. Animal protein, of course, all our favorites, processed foods, right? Ongoing stress, disruptive sleep, endocrine imbalances, environmental toxins, heavy metals, plastics, medication use that disrupts calcium metabolism, and genetic predisposition. So it's good. A lot of the functional medicine doctors right now are, thanks for the follow, Frozen Yogurt Gelato. That's a fun name. Genetic predisposition or family. So most of calcium lack of absorption comes from all of these lifestyle things. And some of the medical conditions or medications that cause good. Try and work, Cass, because I'm feeling the same way. Good morning. You're driving too? Okay, yeah. Just listen today. If you can tap. If you can't, just listen. It's usually that way. Rheumatoid arthritis and autoimmune and inflammatory conditions can accelerate bone breakdown. So that's another big reason. I look at these things though. Remember, I don't tell you these things to scare the crap out of people. I kind of share them so it makes us aware to make the shift to organic, clean food, right? Nutrient dense food is the solver of all problems. Seriously though, right? It really is. One of my girls, I'm walking through the kitchen. I'm walking through the juice bar last night, getting ready to go home. And one of our new girls, she's a college student. We have a couple of colleges that are like 20 minutes away. And sometimes we get some of the college kids to work for us. And she's sitting there and she's eating McDonald's in our health food store. And I just was like, what? So I sat down and I said, what are you doing? And I know. And I said, you're so young. And, her skin is not very clear. And I'm thinking, and I'm looking at her and you can see, she's like, Chef, I had the worst day and I have not, hey, Laura, I've had the worst weekend and the worst day. And she was about to cry. I said, wait a minute. Don't cry. If you need to eat McDonald's today, you do, yo. All right, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. And she was just about to cry. And I said, listen, she goes, I can't afford to eat your food. I said, okay, you're a young college student. If you're hungry, you come into the kitchen on your shift and you tell me, I'm hungry. Please feed me and I will feed you. I will be your work mama. But please don't, if you need the McDonald's, to satisfy some emotional thing, eat the McDonald's. But if you don't need to eat the McDonald's, how much was that? She goes, $6. AI's going, calcium and bone health, calcium and bone health. So she goes, can I have, I said, what do you really want to eat right now? And she said, I want a salami and sweet ham sandwich with cheddar cheese and lettuce on sourdough bread. She knew exactly what she wanted. I said, I will make you that sandwich. And I went in the kitchen and she got like, we have, good Genoa salami from Applegate. There's no chemicals. There's no nitrates. It's uncured. Same with the ham. It's sweetened with, I forget what it's, I forget. I think it's like maple sugar, maple syrup or something. It's like good made. It's from, is it Farmers and Cooks? It's either Farmers and Cooks or another one of those, one of the really good deli meat companies. We use Plainville, Farmers and Cook, and True Story. I mean, good deli meats. T-Man, thank you. And I made her that sandwich, and I swear that kid, it was a big sandwich too. She inhaled it. And I felt like, oh my God. She goes, that sandwich was so good. I feel so happy. I was like, okay, next time you come and see me, we're not going to go broke making you one sandwich or twice a week where she's eating something healthy. I mean, I felt so bad. So these are the things, like we start these kids learning. Yeah, simply, I mean, that's how I felt. Like I just wanted to do that for her. And not for any other reason, but to get her body used to craving something good. Happiest Wednesday, hotshot. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, how are you eating? So that's what I want people to be aware of. Like, if you need that McDonald's, I mean, I'd prefer not, but these kids, they have no money. So, and they're in school. But I always tell my daughter, she has a budget to shop at like Whole Foods and Sprouts that, she understands how to shop. I know what she likes there for years and years. So if I can't bring it to her or get it to her because she's 10 hours from me, at least I know in school she has a place to do that. I know, right, Chris? So many kids say that. And then like we did that for her birthday. We sent a budget. She had $6 for McDonald's. What could she have gotten in your shop? Comparable. She could have got soup. And we have these little combo salads that you can get a mini sandwich and a cup of soup or a combo salad. They're $9.99. But with her 20% off discount for being, for working with us, it would have come to probably $7, and I would have just gave it to her. Yeah, right, exactly. Like, if you come to me and you say, first of all, if anybody on the planet walked into our store and said, I have $6 and I want to buy this like small soup and a salad, or this salad and a small sandwich, or a soup and a salad, that's how we do it. It's like a 3 combo meal. And they said, I have $10 only. I'm giving that to them. There is no way that I'm going to say, oh, sorry, you can't buy anything. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't, like we have another client that comes to our store that's older. She's retired. She eats almost every meal with us. And, for the holiday, thank you, Linda. That's sweet. But what are you going to do in this world? Like how can anybody say, I'm going to cry. Like, how can anybody say to another human being, sorry, you can't have anything to eat? Like, I can't imagine anybody wanting to say something like that. I would. No, you wouldn't. You could not do that. I would do the same and feed anyone. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant I could say to them, yeah, sorry, you can't eat. No, you can't. You can't do it. I could never, I'd buy them something. Exactly, Linda. And let me tell you, we did that during the sea. We were like, how are we couldn't feed people, the amount of people that were shuttered in. But what we did is we worked with the local, what do you call it, social services in our town, which is very well funded in the town that I work. My heart wouldn't let me. Of course not. Of course not. We're human beings. We can't do that. Money doesn't, yeah. Food, it's a food bank. Yeah, but they have, yeah, it's your job to nourish. You just have to do it. Um, we did that we put a sign up, and we said, if you wanted to donate during COVID and everybody was shuttered, we were open. And I was like, how are we going to reach these people? We couldn't afford as a store, because we're a health food store, independently owned. It's not like we make a lot of money. We have a lot of employees. It's all the major players, including the owner of that store, don't 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 suck money out of the business. The money stays in the business. And behind me, that's my office behind me. It's not a digital background. And that's great. Our town too always said that what you make can feed a lot. Stretch it. Yes. You think about that, how much food we waste in this country. You buy something, you leave it in your fridge, you throw it out. I'm all over the place. Sorry, guys. But I love the chat. I love the chat from you guys. It's always awesome. So yeah, so what we did is we put a sign up and we said we could make meals for $25 for people, like healthy, good meals. We we were funded so much by our customers that for 3 years, we had dinners for social services. And we did Thanksgiving, I think 3 years in a row, where people I would give them a bag of food for Thanksgiving, funded by our customers. Thank you, T-Man. Funded by our customers. So we worked in tandem. So if we got $25 a meal, they got the same Thanksgiving meal that some people were paying, $45 or $55 a person for. They got their pie, their appetizers, and they could pick. So I had like I didn't call it a social service menu, but social services gave out a menu, and they could get like ham or turkey or both, or they could get, it was like a dinner menu, like what do you call those? A price fixed dinner menu. Choose 2 appetizers, 2 meats, 4 sides, and 2 desserts, something like that. I can't remember exactly, and they got to pick. And I mean, it was emotionally intense for me because we were in a town that's pretty much upper middle class to, 1%ers. I could not believe how many people, were eligible for that meal, and people stood in our kitchen and in our health food store and just broke down in tears. There was a lot of tears for 3 years for that Thanksgiving. It was pretty special. It was very special. And then throughout the year, we would have every week they would have a menu they could choose from, and we would put food together so that they weren't just eating, not good food. It was pretty cool. So, all right. If you guys have any questions today and you wanted me to jump in from, our bone health to calcium, if you guys have any other sort of food and healing question today, I'm happy to help and chat and talk. Yeah, I have on one side of my thing, you can see my hobby is, I used to scrapbook a lot. And then the other side is my library of food and healing books. There's, I don't know, probably 100 books in here over food and healing. June, your cutting board is going out today. June bought a cutting board. She's like all in. All right, bone health discussion. Ask about calcium. All right, how do people get their calcium? What's the number one way that you think you're supposed to get calcium? Number one. Let's see if you answer this. Good morning, Pri. You know, Pri, I don't know if you're available today, but I actually have time if you wanted to book it. See, milk. Here we go. Milk, 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 milk. Now, milk, broccoli. Love it. Lauren, you're cheating. You're a dietitian. That is true, Mary. Exactly. Through veggies, no dairy. I love it. You guys have been here a long time and you're already good. Yep. Celery, greens. Exactly. Exactly. Let's talk about that. So some of the best foods to eat. So what we want to avoid, exactly, Heather G. Vitamin K2, right? But how do you get your vitamin K2? Mystical. I only know that because of you. I love that. Thank you, Suki. Thank you for becoming a fan. Greens, 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 greens. So probably one of the number one foods is leafy greens. Leafy greens, collards, bok choy, kale, turnip greens, beet greens, broccoli and Brussels sprouts, nuts and seeds, sesame seeds, tahini. You know, when you get that source of calcium, magnesium, and all your trace minerals, that makes everything even more absorbable. Are you kidding, Simply? I don't know why. I'm very teary today. I don't know what it is. I want to hug you, Simply. You know, if you guys ever can, it would be very helpful for me if you guys ever wanted to write like a review or a testimonial, or you want to send me like a 30-second video or anything like that. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay. Tomorrow night I might. Thanks, T-Man. I am very emotional today and I don't know why. I'm very emotional. I have no idea why. It's just one of those days. Simply, that's it. You know, you didn't get to where you are. Your body didn't break down. Thank you for my beautiful flowers. Manny, we're not cooking right now. Can you believe it? We're actually talking food and healing tomorrow night. All right, let me can you send me your email me your phone number and I'll text you. So we will be cooking in no time. For sure. We'll be back cooking all day. Manny is my TikTok agent. If you guys ever want to go live and you love to battle or you just need an agent, it's good to have an agent. Join Manny. He's great. Follow him. He's great. Watch, but I'm so thankful when I can be here. Simply, are you part of our community? Like, do you go to if you go to the stand, get in the recipe vault. It's like only $5 a month, less than a cup of coffee. Get in there because that's where you can get all the recipes and the all of this information. And but check out the link in my bio now, the Stand Store. I don't know if you've seen it, but go in there. There's so much information now, and you know you can get in there. Woo! All right, now. Simply replay videos on YT. Yes, you can also get the videos on YT. Chirpy kiss. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for my chirpy kiss. All right, so let's talk about that. Nuts and seeds. I think sesame seeds, if you don't have any allergy and nobody has an allergy around you, I love them. Tahini, a great way to make dressing. Tahini and little orange juice and garlic. So good. So good. And then fatty fish with bones. Now, I can't do this, but if you guys like sardines, you know how you can pop the can of sardines and they have the edible bones in there? Those are really a very they are a bioavailable form of calcium, and they provide vitamin D and omega 3s. Very, very, very good. Yes, and simply also you can join that recipe vault. You can join, it's a $5 join a month for the community on Stan, but that's where all the recipes and kitchen pharmacy stuff is. So it's a great investment in yourself. And if you guys can, I would love little 30-second blurb, or just write something and email it to me of things that have happened to you since you've joined me. I would love that. Love, love, love it. Also, tofu, plant-based options. If you have, I see, for me, where I come from and what I read, and if you talk to any naturopath, or, well, I can't speak for naturopaths, they're doctors, but I'm so glad to hear that. Hey, Daresh, how are you? So, good morning, Kath. So also, beans and lentils, magnesium and other minerals required for bone health. So remember, you need sort of like the synergy of calcium, D3, K2, magnesium. You need all of those nutrients to sort of work together. So when you add all of this to your diet, you're going to feel better. Seaweeds, wakame, hijiki. If you make soup, before you put salt in your soup, add a piece of wakame, which is a sea vegetable. If you add that, it's not going to taste like the sea. It's going to taste, you're going to get the saltiness and all the minerals from those seaweeds. And they're easy to find if you have a health food store near you. Hi, Libra Queen. Thank you for my heart. So those are the things that are really going to help. Hold on, let me see something. Right? Those are all of the foods that you really need. Bell peppers, kiwi, oranges, they have vitamin C, collagen synthesis for the bone, for like that whole bone sort of matrix of things that you need. Eggs, especially the yolk. Stop with the egg white omelet and get rid of the bread. Got it? That's why you get cholesterol. It has nothing to do, hold on, something popped up on my computer. That it has nothing to do with everybody's like, don't eat egg yolks, eat vitamins, just eat an egg white omelet. That's not a whole food. Do the whole egg. If you're going to eat eggs, do the whole egg. If you're not allergic, right? And when you do that, that's what's going to, using a bone growing med now for years, and there has been little to no growth. Renee, we're going to talk about that for a second, because I want to, let me finish this, and please repost that till I answer you, I can't see the pins, but hold that thought. The last foods that I want to talk about are the prunes and dried figs. Daresh, I'm not cooking today, but there's a small chance I might come on later if I get some of my videos done. I thought it was more important to chat about this. If I find something that I can cook based on bone health and calcium, we'll jump in the kitchen. But this is a more of a sort of a conversation, and I know I haven't done a Q&A, and people have been wanting to ask a bunch of questions, so I'm kind of sitting here today. I want to end this. Hold on. All right, take it away. Thank you. So I want to go back and look at what you're talking about. So here are some of the, if you are doing all the things that the doctors are saying, cheers. And I know for my husband, when he was doing chemo for cancer, they gave him a shot for bone health. And because I guess the chemo breaks down your bones pretty badly, right? And that's one of the ones on my list. But nobody talked about how do you support your body. I mean, the naturopath did, and the dietitian, I don't remember so much about her. But and he wasn't going to do it anyway. I had to like be very strategic in how I fed him, because when you're going through that, I believe that the person has to call all the shots, right? Like if you know anybody that's going through treatment for that disease, you kind of have to let them call the shots, because it's so scary that you can't think, right? So, but anyway, I think those things did more damage rather than fill you with nutrients. So, some of the type of painkillers, if you're doing like the hydrocodone, oxycodone, tramadol, any of those, those have a big risk of falling, sedation, bone loss, those kinds of things. The serotonin reuptake inhibitors, that class also can double the risk of hip fracture. Oh, thank you. Thanks, June. Yes, this topic does need that. The proton pump inhibitors. What are the any of those PPIs? Long-term use reduces calcium absorption. Thank you for my heart. Thank you, Kath. The steroids, prednisone, steroids, long-term, high dose, they cause bone loss and osteoporosis. Anticonvulsants, also high fracture odds. Now, you have to take, some people have to take these meds. So your choice is this. We have to slow down the use of the foods to avoid and uptick the use of the foods that build bone, right? Think about that for a second. You're not going to get off of them, right? Some of the diabetes meds. Hey, Malik, good morning. I have been thinking about you for an entire week. How do I find you? Can you text me today or WhatsApp me? I need to see you and get a hug. Malik is my friend. You can see Malik's name on the scroll. I met Malik while working in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh in the 90s. And her family took me in on Fridays and gave me family and just love and support. And it was like, she is my sister. She is a sister from another culture. And I have been friends with her. Oh my God, we've been friends. And Malik floats all over the world. So I don't get to see her very often. But when she's here, I just spilled coffee everywhere. When she's here, I got to go get a towel. I get to see her. Hold on, guys. I have to go get a towel. Hey, babe. The worst part about spilling my coffee all over the place is that now I have none to drink. So annoying, but it's okay. I have a little sip left. All right. Yeah, the worst part is that I miss you too. I can't find you as easy as you can find me. Can you find me off of here so we can see if we can meet? Are you in New York, or when are you coming in New York? All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to clean up my coffee mess. No, I know. It's all over, but we're fine. At least it didn't hit my keyboard, and it just spilled mostly on the floor. It got a little on my computer tower. Hold on. Let me just clean this up a little bit. All right. When are you going to be in New York, Mama? You joined the Stan store? Good. You're going to love being there. Hi, April. Did you eat? You're in Florida with your beautiful daughter. I gotta have to come see you. After in January, can we make a plan to meet? I would love to see your family too. Oh my God. Her kids were like my sisters and I was like their auntie. I love your family. I miss you so much. Where can I email you? I think there's an email link in my bio, right? Isn't there an email link? Let me see. I think there's an email link in my bio. Well, it's Chef Liz at the Organic Food Movement. Chef Liz at the Organic Food Movement. That's how you can email me. It's so easy. Chef Liz at the Organic Food Movement. Hi, April. Did you eat all that food yet? We have not eaten it all. I think we're up to oh my God, I'm so full of coffee. I spilled my mushroom coffee. Where? All right, hold on. Let me just dry off my sweater. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Renee. You gained 10 pounds. Well, Simply lost it. Simply over here, I think she said she lost 35 pounds since following me, and you gained 10. It was so worth it, wasn't it? Look, nutrient-dense food. Who knew it could be so yummy? All right, so best foods to avoid, right? So good. It was so fun. That was a nice class. I love that class. That dish we made in our Sunday night class. We made, and today I'm going to work on our December calendar so it's out and we have time to like figure it all out. But what was I just saying? My brain just stopped. My brain just completely shut off. Oh, we made in our our breakfast casserole class this weekend. We made a sausage with cornbread sausage hash. It was so good. I know, that reminds me, I have to tell my mom to come pick it all up. She has her canaster group today. All right, so here's another way to avoid, I'm going to go back again to calcium and bone health. Soda, especially cola flavored, because it has phosphoric acid and a lot of caffeine. Yes, I'm gonna put out the December calendar early because I'm not gonna have time next week. This is also maybe linked to bone mineral density, especially if soda replaces nutritional beverages, right? So be careful of the soda intake. Caffeine in excess, over 3 to 4 cups a day, calcium loss through urine. 100% wheat bran contains phytates that decrease absorption. So read your ingredients. Foods high in oxalates and phthalates, which are spinach, rhubarb, beet greens. And I said to eat them, don't eat them. Dried beans and whole grains. Now, that's sort of like that oxymoron a little bit, I guess. And I don't know if Lauren is here or with clients, but this is where I get confused because to me, spinach is so good, but there are better leafy greens to eat than. Can you explain that? The oxalates, like spinach is really not the best. And I think remember when we were talking about the other day with the spinach and your teeth get gritty? Is that doing something to the calcium in your body? I always wonder about that. Eat spinach with cheese or something that helps absorb it. Kale is so much better. I totally agree. Yeah, when I talk about leafy greens, I think of chard, kale, collards, those kinds of greens. But now, see, to me, Lauren, and this is where I go down the rabbit hole. Am I allowed to post them simply, or you want me to leave the pictures out or cover your face? You got to let me know what I'm allowed to post and what I'm not allowed. Um, I'm backwards. When you get older, you lose a lot of calcium, zinc, potassium. I'm very high with magnesium. You can leave the pictures out. I'm too shy. 100% you are. I completely respect that. I totally understand you. Believe me, it took a lot to come on here for me. But I can send something to share. Perfect. I would love that. If you guys have, success stories with the organic food movement of feeling, even if it's just a little bit feeling better or whatever, I would love for you guys to email that because I would like to post that kind of stuff. Kale also contains oxalates, not great in large amounts. I never heard that. You know where I see kale? Kale is high in the K vitamins. Thank you, Malik. Isn't kale high in vitamin K? So you got to be careful if you're taking, what is that? What is that one drug you're taking? So many people are taking it and they can't eat grapefruits and kale. And I'm like, what? Blood thinners. Thank you, Gigster. I know I haven't seen that about kale. I only know kale in connection to the blood thinners. Coumadin, thank you. That's the one. And statins. Yeah, I am not a fan and I am not a doctor and would never tell anybody not to take them, but I would go down that rug, not drug, chef. I would go down the rabbit hole of that and just kind of look, because I think through diet, now I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you one way or another not to do something healthy, or not healthy or for your health. I just give you the information that I know may or may not help. So leafy greens, yeah, collards, bok choy, kale. You want to avoid kale, do collards, Swiss chard, escarole. Oh, got you. Yeah, you know what? Let's add oxalates to, I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. I want to write that down. Let's add oxalates in food as one of our topics, because I think that's something we don't really, mustard greens, awesome. Hey, Tiffy, how are you? Fatty fish bones, that's what we talked about. Okay, beans and lentils, seaweeds, oranges. Okay, we went through all of those. Now, I wanted to talk about the meds, right? The medications. We talked about the some of the diabetes medications, those higher risk of fracture, loop diuretics. I don't know what those really are. Good chef, good to see you. Oh, it's nice to see you, chef. Delve into complementary foods that go together for absorption. Yes. I like that. There's something about that. Foods. I'm writing this down because that's a really important topic. There's something about that with, and I often think about it, it crosses my mind, but I'm not educated enough to explain it. The food combining wheel. Oh, Gigster, you know how much I love food combining. It's in my food philosophy book, which I am going to try and get out. I know I keep promising that, and I go back and forth. I'm waiting, to understand the trademark thing. Very important, never talked about, even in the dietitian world. Lauren, also with nightshades. There's a connection of eating nightshades with dairy, which is why you see eggplant parmesan or potatoes with sour cream and butter. That the connection of those kinds of help the But I'm always so worried about the dairy because it's so inflammatory, so mucus, so blah, 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 that I'm like, I don't want to promote that. And it hurts people in the end. Well, Kath, that's why we're going through this list, and it's going to be part of the packet that you can pick up in the stand store. I know Swiss Chart's wonderful. It's one of my favorites. I grew up on it. I'm adding all of this information. I've been drinking fresh milk from a goat farmer. See, right, that's what I'm thinking. So, so spinach contains a lot of calcium, but the calcium's not well absorbed, right? So, and it's very high in oxalates. So, how does that work? You know, oxalates bind with spinach. I'm reading this because I had to look it up. Only 5% of the calcium in spinach is actually absorbed compared to about 28% from milk, but the milk calcium is not usable either. I'm thinking about that right now. It doesn't leach calcium, but from your body, but its calcium content is much less useful for building bones. Hold on, I'm just reading really quick. So cooked bok choy or kale, your the absorption rate of calcium with those is 50 to 60% versus like under 30% in uh milk. Interesting. So helping calcium absorb. So vitamin D rich foods. Are you familiar with which food is best to build mitochondria? I am not, but we can look that up in my bot that I've been building for the past 2 years. That eventually I want to turn it into an app for you guys. So Linda, how are you taking that? I think you have to use, if you're taking K2D3, you have to use a liposomal one. I know Dr. Mercola has a great vitamin K2D3 vitamin, and I love that one the most because his vitamins are liposomal and they absorb quicker, faster, more efficiently than say a vitamin that just is like made up of like an oil or a capsule that you can take. It's that CoQ10, which is rich in organic meats. Yeah, I eat bok choy often for my calcium. Yeah, cooked. So magnesium rich foods, the nuts, the seeds, avocado, whole grains. I'm kind of glad, Tiffy. Gigster. That's the whole premise of my book. We take mega foods. That's good too. All plant-based. That's a great vitamin. What is the doctor's name? It's Dr. Mercola. I know I have one vitamin right on my counter. I'll show you the label. Oh, it's actually the vitamin itself that I'm talking about. Guys, I am soaked. An entire cup of coffee spilt all over me. Look, this is the one. Am I mirrored or do I have to mirror this? This is the one. This is it right here. You can take a picture. I like his vitamin C and his D3K too. Okay, you guys got that? Yeah, Dr. McCullough. So just take a photograph of this vitamin. I really love this vitamin. I like all his vitamins because they're just well absorbed. Oh, mirror? Okay. You don't need my face when you're taking the picture. Okay, there you go. Got it? You're welcome. I like his liposomal vitamin C and that one. Is he from Cohasset, Massachusetts? Helped autistic kids. Mercola. I mean, he's got a great website, and but remember, some of these guys are like, rah, 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 like they get intense about stuff. I don't want to do that because if you're an all or nothing person, and a lot of us all or nothing people get ourselves into health trouble because, if we can't do it all the way, we won't do it at all. Or, you know what I mean? So I don't like to use the scare tactics, even though they scare the crap out of people and they, some can motivate. I don't like that because like Gigster said, everybody's different. Gigster, that's my whole premise about my food philosophy. From ancestry to how we grew up to what our favorite comfort foods are. I haven't talked about this in a long time. To food combining, to blood type. So people will say, I'm great at the meat diet, caveman diet. I eat one, I don't think that's the right way because all of us are different. You have to build a food program for yourself and a lifestyle in which to eat that resonates with you. Because if it doesn't resonate and it doesn't fit your body, you will never, right. Exactly, Heather. You're never going to feel better. You're not going to heal your body. So for me, I when I'm working with somebody, yeah, that all or nothing thinking it gets us in a lot of trouble. I work on that on a daily basis. Oh, if I'm going to eat this box of cookies, I'm just going to eat the whole thing and then start fresh the next day. Remember that kind of thinking? I mean, I don't do that, but now I'm doing that. Right. Heather, all of us do it. If we're strong enough to admit that, we all did it. And I think especially if we're in a situation where we're not feeling good or, we freeze because the sometimes I think the information is meant to keep us in a confused state. Exactly, Heather. I mean, that's why I did those one-on-ones. I'm thinking, did the one-on-ones that you guys have done with me, for the people who have done them, did they help with recipes? Sort of, did they work for you? I know somebody said they emailed me with questions. I've been watching my email. Did I miss it? For anybody that has done the one-on-one with me where we did the recipes and kind of built a good catalog in the beginning, yeah. Did it help? Was it too off the beaten track? Yeah, daily use, Malik. Definitely. Just take it every day like a multivitamin. It really helps the body. Oh, no, Heather, did that plan help you or make you more confused or sort of start helping you sort of get yourself on track a little? Were the recipes too off the beaten track for you? I'm curious, did it help? Thank you for my November. Thank you for all the love, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I need you to swap out a couple of things. Uh-oh, your live is not eligible. This is the line for you to feed eligibility standards. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. Because you're an O blood type and we missed it? Okay, please email and I'll fix it for you. Guys, we just got hit and I don't know what I said. I got a violation. Did anybody notice what I said? Maybe showing the vitamin, but I've always showed vitamins. Maybe too long. All right, let me see. If we go, we are losing people. Hey, Lachelle, what do you? It's just the topic. It's hard not to say. You didn't say anything that seems wrong. I know. What I'll do is when I go off, because we're 8, 9, 10. We've got like another 45 minutes. Should I restart? Are you guys okay if I restart? It doesn't. All right, I'm going to restart. I'll be right back. Did it not? Oh, it doesn't say promotional. Yeah, I can just appeal it. Oh yeah, we were at almost 90 followers and now we just dropped all the way to 50. All right, I'm going to jump off. I'll be right back. Oh, here, I can appeal it right now. Appeal in progress. Oh, they're letting me appeal it right now. Okay. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I guess I didn't do okay, so, all right, I appealed it and we're just going to keep doing regular and not talk about any promotional stuff. Okay. Got it. We're going to stay away from all my stuff because I guess I didn't usually on all of every single one of my lives, I always put promotional because I talk about products that I love. So for the rest of the time, oh, we're already down to 50 people. I'm going to jump in and out because this is too big a topic. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can change my live. All right, I'm going to jump out, okay? I'll jump out. I'll be right back. I'm going to be right back, so come back to me.